How we doing, folks? It's Mr. Carter here, ready to do HomeLink 513. Go ahead and put your name on this if you haven't yet already, and let's begin. So, these are number stories, and they're multiple steps, so we got to kind of look at all of the information and then work with that. So it's saying to here, solve and then record a long number model with a letter for the unknown quantity, and then write the answer with the correct unit. So here it goes. Guillermo hires 2 painters to paint the walls of his living room. So I'm seeing 2 painters here. The painters each make $42 an hour, and they work for 8 hours a day. If the work takes 3 days, how much will Guillermo pay the painters? Let's start with working with what each painter makes. So each painter makes $42 an hour, and they work 8 hours. So I'm going to put a parenthesis here. So they're going to work 42 hours. I'm sorry, they make $42 an hour, and they're working for 8 hours. So that's 42 times 8. Now, that's for one worker. Now we know that he has 2 painters. So each painter is going to make 42 times 8. So we've got to take that 42 times 8 and multiply that by 2. So again, one painter makes $42 an hour times 8 hours. Now there's 2 painters, so we're going to multiply that by 2. Now, if the work takes 3 days, how much will Guillermo pay the painters? Well, this is for 1 day. So once we figure out what this is, we're going to have to multiply that by 3. And then that's what we're going to figure out. That's going to help us figure out what he paid for the whole project. So now they're asking us to make an estimate. So I'm going to use 50 for that. And I'm going to, because 50 is a nice number. So we're going to take that 42 and round it to 50. Now I'm going to kind of jump over here to this 2. So I'm going to say 50 times 2 is 100. So then if I go 50 times 2 is 100, we still have to multiply that 8. So I know that that's going to be 800. But don't forget that 3 on the outside. So 800 times 3 is 24. We got your 2 zeros here. So it's going to be about 2,400. So let me say that again, how I got that. So I took this 42 and I made it 50. Multiplied that by the 2. I jumped over the 8 for a second. 50 times 2 is 100. That 8 is over here. So I've got to go 100 times 8. Now I can't forget that 3 on the outside for the 3 days. So I did what was on the inside, 100 times 8 is 800, and then you still have to multiply that by 3 to get your 2,400. Okay, so now they want us to figure out the exact answer. So another sheet of paper here, I'm going to just write down what our number sentence was. 42 times 8 times 2 times 3. Okay. Oh, they also wanted an unknown quantity, so we've got to put an equal sign here and put our unknown. I'm just going to put the letter P for painters. All right. So let's work that out in this paper here. So we've got to multiply 42 times 8 times 2 times 3. Now, multiplying the same as adding, it doesn't really matter what order you multiply in. So I'm just going to start doing my easy ones first. So I'm just going to do what's inside the parentheses here. So I'm not going to touch 42 yet. I'm going to go 8 times 2 is 16. So I'm going to bring that down to 16. And then I'm going to bring down our 3. Alright, so now what we can do is we can do 42 times 16. And I like lattice. So I'm going to do 42 times 16. 2 times 1. Oh, can't forget our diagonals. 2 times 1 is 2, 0, 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. You add your diagonals. 2, 4, 5, 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 and 2 is 6, and 0 and 0 is nothing. So it's 672. So now 42 times 16 is 672. Now we're not done. We still got to multiply by 3. So we can do another lattice over here of, make it bigger, 672 times 3. Draw your diagonals. 2 times 3 is 6. So you put your 0, 6. 7 times 3 is 21. 6 times 3 is 18. You add your diagonals. 6 plus 1 plus 16. Oh, I'm sorry, I multiplied. 8 plus 2 is 10. I apologize about that. I was multiplying. 8 plus 2 is 10. You got to carry the 1 over here. 1 plus 1 is 2. So your answer is 2016. So your answer over here is $2,016. Okay. Number 2. Blaine is on vacation in New York City and wants to collect magnets of places he visits to give to all his friends. The Times Square magnets cost $2 each, and they come in sets of 4. The Statue of Liberty magnets cost $3 each, and these come in sets of 5. Now Blaine wants to buy 12 sets of each type of magnet. How much will he pay? Okay, so I decided to make myself a table because I figured this might be the best way or the easiest way to help me sort through this problem. So we have 2 types of magnets. We've got the Times Square magnet, we have the Statue of Liberty magnet. Let's start with our Times Square magnet. Well, the cost for each magnet is $2. Now, the number of magnets per set is 4. So, to figure out the cost per set, you're going to have to multiply $2, which is what each magnet costs, times the number of magnets in each set. So 2 times 4 is 8. So each set of the Times Square magnets is $8. Now, he's buying 12 sets of the Times Square magnets. So we got to go 8 times 12. Well, 8, I'm going to break that apart. 8 into 8 times 10, and 8 times 2. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 2 is 16, for a total of 96. So it's going to cost him $96 for the Times Square magnets. Alright, now we got the Statue of Liberty magnets. Well, those cost $3 each. But in this set, there are 5 magnets in each set. So now the cost per set, again, we'd have to figure out how much each magnet costs times the number of magnets in each set. So it's 3 times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. Now again, he's buying 12 sets. So we got to go $15 for each set times 12 sets. So I'm going to do lattice down here to figure that out. 15 times 12. Make my diagonals. Zoom in here. 5 times 1 is 5. Put your placeholder. 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 1 is 1. Put your placeholder there. 1 times 2 is 2. Get another placeholder. So we've got 0, 5, plus 1, plus 2 is 8, and 1, and then there's nothing here to add. So it's 180. So if I go back up to our table, it's going to cost $180 for the Statue of Liberty magnets. Okay, so now how much is he going to pay for everything all together? Well, you got to add what it costs for the Times Square magnets to the cost of the Statue of Liberty magnets. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it down here, stack them. So 180 plus 96. And I did that because they weren't kind of lined up nicely up here. So 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 plus 9, 17. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's $276. So, going back to our paper here, kind of worked backwards. We figured out our answer, which is 276. But now we got to go back and figure out how did we and put that into a number model. So he wants to buy 12 sets of each magnet. So I'm going to put a parentheses for each magnet. So for the Times Square magnets, we did 12 sets times $2 per magnet times 4 per set. And then over here for the Statue of Liberty magnets, again it was 12 sets times $3 per magnet times 5 in each set. And then what we did is we added the Times Square magnets to the Statue of Liberty magnets. And then that gave us our cost of all our magnets. So I'm going to use M as our unknown for magnets. Okay. So an estimate here is if you take that and make that 10 and go 10 times 8, that would be 80 plus, again if you made that 10 and you went 3 times 5 would be 15, so 10 times 15 would be 150. We go 80 plus 150 would equal 230. That would be our estimate. Okay, let's look at our practice. So our practice is some simple division. So again, it's kind of the reverse of multiplying. So you go 45 divided by 5 equals what? So you got to ask yourself, what times 5 equals 45? So we know that 9 times 5 is 45. Now down here, or over here I should say, 56 divided by 8. Again, we're asking ourselves, what times 8 equals 56? And that's 7. I'll let you do number 5 on your own. See how you do with that. Now we're missing our bigger number here. So when we're missing our bigger number, we've got to go and multiply the two smaller numbers. So we're going to go 9 times 4 is 36. Same here, 6 times 6 is 36, and 36 divided by 6 is 6. So go ahead and do number 8 on your own and see how you do with that. Alright, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, come and see me.